Bone china, the epitome of luxury. Delicate, translucent, expensive.
But to make this luxury, we must start here.
All to create the strongest, most expensive ceramic on Earth. It is beautiful and shockingly macabre.
What is left is bone ash, calcium phosphate, the secret ingredient of strength and whiteness. The skeleton is crushed into a fine powder. This is the soul of bone china.
Without the bone, it's just porcelain. With the bone, it becomes something else entirely. The recipe is strict: 50% bone ash, 25% china stone, 25% kaolin clay.
Mixed with water in the plunger, churned into a creamy liquid called slip.
Purity is key. Magnets pull out every microscopic trace of iron. One speck would ruin the cup.
The slip is dewatered. It becomes a plastic clay.
For the cups, we use the Jolly machine. Spinning clay pressed against a plaster mold.
The profile tool shaves it down. Thin, delicate. The bone ash gives it the strength to be this thin. The handles are too complex to spin. They are cast from liquid slip in tiny molds. The handler, a job requiring a surgeon's hands.
Smoothing the seams. The cup must look like it grew this way. Seamless perfection.
Greenware, dry, brittle, and gray. They wait for their trial by fire.
At this stage, they are fragile as dust. Any imperfection, and they are crushed back to earth.
The biscuit firing. The first and most dangerous journey into the heat.
The doors close. The burners ignite. 1200 degrees Celsius.
Inside the inferno, the bone ash melts and fuses with the clay. The cup shrinks by 14%.
Vitrification. The particles fuse together into a non-porous, glass-like stone. They emerge transformed. No longer gray dust, but brilliant, ringing white. The test of true bone china. Translucency. Light passes through it like a ghost. They are hard, but rough. A bath of ceramic stones smooths the surface.
Now, the skin, the glaze, a liquid glass mixture colored pink for visibility.
The dipper. He has dipped 1,000,000 cups. One fluid motion. Too thick, it cracks. Too thin, it's rough.
The foot must be wiped clean. If glaze remains on the bottom, the cup will fuse to the kiln shelf forever.
Round 2. The Glazing fire. Melting the powder coating into a smooth glass layer.
The pink vanishes. What remains is a surface as smooth as ice, impervious to tea stains.
The cup is made. Now it must be dressed. The decorating studio. Lithography. Intricate patterns printed on film slid onto the ceramic like a second skin.
Air is the enemy. Every bubble must be smoothed out, or the pattern will explode in the kiln.
For the finest pieces, there are no stickers. Only the hand, the eye, and the brush.
Liquid gold. It looks like brown sludge. It contains 22-karat gold dissolved in oil.
Banding. A steady hand against a spinning wheel. One slip, and the gold is wasted.
They look dull, brown, unfinished. The fire is needed one last time.
The enamel fire. Gentle heat. Just enough to fuse the gold and color to the glaze.
The magic happens at 800 degrees. The oil burns off, leaving behind pure, shining gold.
Burnishing. Rubbing the fired gold with gemstone tools to make it shine like a mirror.
The journey is almost over. But first, the Inquisition. The quality control.
A speck of dust. A pinhole. A slight wobble. Perfection is the only standard.
There are no seconds here. If it isn't perfect, it is destroyed.
The ping test. Bone china sings. A dull thud means a crack. A clear ring means perfection.
Earthenware thuds. Bone china sings. The song of the density.
Wrapped in tissue, bedded in satin, ready for the palace or the parlor.
The tea is poured. The thin walls hold the heat, but let the light through.
Light. Balanced. A vessel designed to elevate the simple act of drinking.
It looks fragile, but don't be fooled. Bone china is mechanically stronger than the hardest porcelain.
From the slaughterhouse to the showroom. A transformation of fire and skill.
The shrinkage is calculated perfectly. They know exactly how small it will get.
Liquid glass. Pink today, clear tomorrow.
Colors derived from metal oxides. Cobalt for blue. Copper for green.
Tools must be kept pristine. A stray hair on a brush can ruin a day's work.
Mountains of ash. Waiting to be born again. Constantly moving. If it stops, it turns to stone. The molds are thirsty. They drink the water from the clay.
It is messy work. The white dust covers everything.
Sealed tight. The heat must be contained.
Sensors watch the heat. A few degrees too high, and the cups melt into puddles. The mark of the maker. A guarantee of authenticity.
Safety is paramount. Silica dust is dangerous if inhaled.
Water and earth. The oldest materials in human history.
The saucer. The humble servant that catches the spills. Complex shapes like spouts are cast hollow, engineering the flow of liquid.
The boneyard of failures. They will be ground down and used again.
Real gold, not paint. The real metal, dissolved in chemistry.
No trace of the human hand should remain. Only the human skill.
Waiting for the tea. The purpose of its existence.
Thermal shock. The cup expands rapidly, but it holds.
The dance of heat and air.
It casts a light shadow. The mark of translucency.
A full service. A dining table dressed in bone. The air sparkles with the dust of creation. Technology changes, but the simple tools remain.
The maker enjoys the fruit of their labor.
smooth on the lips, the most intimate point of contact.
Cobalt, the classic blue of ceramic history.
Stoke-on-Trent, the historic home of English pottery.
Never forget where it starts.
And look where it ends.
Mass production meets individual craft.
Human hands touch the product at every stage.
Nothing is wasted. The clay water is recycled.
A glimpse into hell creates heaven.
An heirloom, passed down through generations.
From dust to glory.
Designs that never go out of style.
The unglazed foot, the only part that touches the table.
Silver and bone, a perfect marriage.
The perfect companion.
The factory sleeps, but the fires never go out.
Earth from the ground. Bones from the field.
Precision steel shaping soft clay.
Approval is hard-earned.
Sent across the oceans to tables around the world.
Fragility is the price of beauty.
A mirror for the world. Consistency. Every one identical to the last.
Not just cups, vases, bowls, figurines.
Care for it, and it will last forever.
Life, death, and rebirth in the fire. A touch of sunlight.
It brings people together.
Next time you sip your tea, remember the journey.
Bone china, the luxury of ashes.